Zen at the end. They were 2 rounds ahead in 5-3, and they ended up, with a tie going into overtime and losing in overtime as well with a very famous team kill from Zik.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are going to see similar bans to Oregon in here because you need to ban the Blitz. There comes the Blitz ban because Oregon and this are the maps that Liquid runs the Blitz quite often. The Dokkaibe ban was expected from Liquid. Now there is the Valkyrie ban most likely coming from Obey, and then the Mira ban from Liquid. So, pretty similar bans.
Yeah, I mean, it was exactly the same that we had yesterday, game 1.
Yeah.
Blitz was the first ban, of course, but straight off, Obey will ban the first defender, Valkyrie. So right now, exactly the same ops. And every single time a Valkyrie is banned anywhere in the world of competitive play, Ness kind of feels it in his heart, and we're going to have the exact same ops banned. Wilkie, how are you so smart? It's as if you actually play this game competitively.
Yeah. Maybe I do.
Yeah, you're not even sure about it. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but it's like once you know the teams, you have the numbers that you can work around, and you know what the teams like to do, and what they are comfortable, what they are not comfortable with. It's pretty easy to see what are going to be the operator bans and what are going to be the map bans. It's just maths, pretty much.
This is why I personally wouldn't put Team Liquid in the top 4 to win the tournament, because if you look at teams like G2, EG, and Rogue, they're 3 teams that are very apt at not forcing players into specific play styles, which means that it's a lot more difficult to spot specific plays, spot specific operators that you can snipe off of players. Everybody will keep switching around to not get too easy to learn how to play against.
Yeah.
Whereas with Liquid, they're the most predictable team at the top.
Yeah, I would say that. I also say that G2 is the most unpredictable team because they do whatever they want, pretty much. You cannot predict that. It's really hard to predict the maps when you play against G2. It's really hard to, well, it's not that hard, but sometimes it can be surprising, the operator bans that G2 is pulling off. So, and then they have the players that are really like good at doing unexpected things like counter Rackety. Well, Pengu used to have that style, but I think he's more and more tied to his patterns at the moment because of the more supported style he's playing at the moment.
Yeah, because Kanto's on the team.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. But I'm looking at this and I'm seeing a rush again from Team Liquid to go for a plant. PSK, though, has the SMG up close, and Skies, he's just ready for him. He gets the shot. Now, Team Liquid losing the first fight, and Skies just drops in, has the perfect angle on the Jaeger, even takes down more utility on the floor. Bullet will get one on to Benji, but now it's Obey that will have to hold. Zig even playing the shotty with the castle. What is going on? What's with the shotguns, people? My man will get a kill on a Bullet, turn it into a 3v2. Does Nesk even have a shotgun here? No, he's actually running an MP5. That's 1-1, but Nesk is last alive, and an easy position for Bosco. Obey in the first round. Bulldoze Team Liquid out of the server.
Yeah, that's all comes down to the droning phase and the droning during the round. When you drone out that there is only smoke playing alone at the side and the rest of the guys are playing upstairs, you pretty much can call it that let's go from this door. Just smoke the door off like they did and rush in. Because when you smoke the door in, you cannot, well, you can pray that you hit someone running through the doorway, but it didn't happen because there was Castle with a shotgun upstairs. So if you have an automatic weapon, you can just keep that wall of bullets at the doorway, but with shotgun you cannot do that.
Nope. It's high burst damage.
Yeah, and it's also even worse, the shotguns on a retake, because when you're waiting for them to enter, you can hold the doorway or close range or whatever, but when you need to retake, you actually need to take long range fights, and the shotgun is not good for that.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Unfortunate here for Team Liquid in the very first round. They're definitely feeling the heat here. This Obey playing out of their minds. I never in any way, shape, or form would have expected Obey Alliance to play like they are right now, and it is working so well for them. Even if it is the first run of Coastline, it's a map that Team Liquid are pretty good at, to say the least. I haven't seen much of it from Obey, but now Liquid will run more of a standard setup. They'll also have the Vigil for Bullet here to roam around. You already see Zig on the setup with the shotgun, the Supernova, opening up holes for them to use their advantage. And PSK will play from the top with the UMP, so no shotgun this time.
I would even say it's if Obey gets 1 or 2 more rounds on the board before Liquid starts winning, it's going to be harder and harder for them, because like Six got to talk with us earlier today, it's the warm bloods, the Mediterranean blood in Europe, but same goes for Brazilian people. You live or die by your emotions. So when you have the pressure of winning and you're struggling against one of the teams that are most underrated at the tournament at the moment, that really gets into your head.
Yep.
You don't trust your teammates at that point, you don't trust yourself, and it just gets worse and worse really fast. So
speaking of Siskat, right now we have a victorious team with a 6-4 scoreline in game 1. That's Vitality that just beat Norangu in a 6-4. So that was map 1. They take it 1-0. They still have map number 2 to go for. So it's definitely getting close in that matchup. Of course, if you guys want to watch that game between our French and Japanese teams, we also have a Japanese team here, the Caster team.
do you know what, Miloš?
Yes.
You are going to receive hate mail now.
Why?
Because you didn't say, spoiler alert.
Oh boy. Just watch both streams at the same time. multitwitch.tv/Rainbow6/Rainbow6 Bravo. So, you know, watch on there. That is, of course, on Rainbow Six. God, yeah, that's true. Yeah, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But first kill will go the way of Obey Alliance, and Skies lands the second one. When Skies goes ham, it is one of the most beautiful things to show. And yesterday, finally, a Red Bull article was released. I was talking about some of the players to look out for, and one of the teams is Obey Alliance. Even though I put them in 14th or 15th place in total, it seems like they would have had the chance to really upset against their opponents. So right now, Skies is definitely showing up. Nesk is trying to find the shotgun angle here on the smoke, but can't really hit much. It's a 5v2, and there you go. Skies with one more on the board. It's a beautiful sight to see when Skies is able to do this kind of stuff, similar to what we get to see Nesk doing. 35 seconds left on the clock. As no matter what you do with the yokai, it will not be enough. Diffuser's been set. They know where you're at. There's a soft wall next to you, a castle barricade on the other side, and you're pretty much boxed in here. Zig takes down one. Can he spot the second here? Is he playing from behind the bar? He's got to go through 3 more players. The shotgun being used to his advantage as he plays him close and almost there to get the second kill. But Bosco's ready, and he will take him out, using the hole to his advantage as well. And Obey Alliance put the second round on the board. But this is Coastline, Wilkie. Attacking side has the advantage, right?
Yeah, attacking side has a huge advantage in Coastline by most cases. So it's not rare to see 4-1 from the attacking side in this map, because defending is so hard at the moment. It used to be that you always win penthouse, but that's not the case anymore. It's actually one of the worst sides at the moment. It's so easy to come from the guitar room, from the toilet area, smoke off the A-bomb side, and just push in either to the window or to the master bedroom and just plant the diffuser. You can hold the angles quite easily. You can Sophia stun the peoples that are trying to rush in with C4s or with smoke grenades or smoke canisters. You have the Lion to deny the rotations. There is too much utility from the attacking side for the defenders to handle. So you pretty much, in Penthouse, you need to challenge the attackers before they get to the point where they want to execute. If you let them execute, you usually have already lost the round at that point.
Because all your players, as you're mentioning, are usually a room away. So they need to rush in, and they only have one maximum two positions to go through. There's only 2 doorways. You can just have rifles that are aiming at those doorways, and there you go. Easy kills at the end of it. You get the round as the attacker. The biggest thing for you as a defender here is to deny the plant from even coming down, and that's why Echo is such a big pick on Penthouse especially.
Yeah, like, we have seen a lot of teams playing the VIP, and that's the reason being that you want to challenge the attackers before they get to the plant position. Although, when as an attacker you see the enemy having a lot of utility or players on a VIP, you usually say, okay guys, they are playing from the VIP, let's go from the aquarium, take the luggage area and the sofa area, and then open the wall to the A-bomb side from there, and just execute to that side. And the guys in the VIP are kind of in not bad position, but they're not really helping at that point.
Yeah, it takes a while to rotate to a position where you can actually help your team, and Benji getting the first one on Sexy Cake, eliminating one of those players in the VIP. And unfortunately, the holes that were opened up by Liquid to help with contesting their opponents work against them. Nesk here on the peak from Hookah. He does go down, and, well, he runs away, but he takes a bit of damage in doing so. Grenade will get lobbed in here by Skies. Should be able to use the skeleton key in the back to open up the side. You know, taking control of VIP, taking control of Hall of Fame. A big part of the defense is Benji finds the shot on Nesk, but Bullet will trade one off. Benji now with an extra kill as well on the board. This is a great start for Obey Alliance as well. Only losing the Zofia, it's a big part of your attack, sure, but the Echo has to force himself into the bathroom with a shotgun to contest his opponents.
And there comes the Bach, who wins the fight. It's gonna happen soon enough. There is the Sig. Oh, he has rotated off from the bathroom now.
Though Skies will just come in and go in for the kill. Takes a bit of damage from the shotgun, but not much. He knows that there's a player, the smoke playing right behind the wall. He gets the spot on him, and smart from Skies does not push him. Wait until the smoke will have to run into him, and PSK running out by that half-opened wall. Buck finds the angle perfectly, and you can hear the information being relayed to Skies, so he knows there's somebody pushing him. Instantly ADSs and is ready for the smoke to take him out. A 3-0 for Obey.
It's really working for Obey at the moment. They have the explosive players like Skies, Adam, and also Benji that you can rely. You only need to have one guy, usually Mahman or Bosco, to drone for them, and they will do the work. Because Bosco is a player that likes to play Windows, like with Blackbird. He used to do with the DMR.
Yep.
He was really good at that. So he's more a supportive player, but you have 3 guys that are really explosive. So they are just using that to the best they can at the moment, while as Liquid is really struggling at the moment. But I give them that the Penthouse is really hard to defend.
Yeah, it's odd to see, because when a team like NIP, for example, plays Penthouse, they run out and just demolish everybody. You have no opportunity to even get on the site because they time their run-outs perfectly. And here with Liquid, you mentioned it yesterday. You mentioned it in your post. You mentioned it as well in the stream that you did before we started the group stage. Team Liquid, easy to read and over-rely on Nesk. And that's something that makes them very predictable. And predictability does not secure you a top-level position at a tournament like this, where, sure, you had your run at Atlantic City, but now teams figure you out. By the next day, teams have figured you out. It doesn't take a long time to go through the FODs, especially with how teams now have support staff, they have everybody behind them to help you out. That's why teams like EG, Rogue, and G2 are always consistently good, because they're always changing, always evolving from what they were even a play day before.
Yeah. So here we go again. This time it's the kitchen defense. We don't see a rush from Obey this time. Might be a bit too predictable.
Yeah, exactly.
But they
word of the day, predictable.
Yeah, they are doing the drone work now. Benji trying to hold out the run out from the kitchen, so expecting some aggression from Liquid at the moment. But it seems like they want to take the VIP Penthouse to have the top floor control before the push to the site.
P90 ACOG here. This is...
Is Uno playing?
It's like Uno or Jonas are playing right now. But...
Uno, you were supposed to be here on Friday.
Oh, Sexy Cake channels his inner Uno on my man, taking him out. That's the headshot. That's why you'll see the P90 being brought up, because of course you get an ACOG, and usually you're going for headshots anyways with an ACOG. So that's the logic behind bringing a P90 over the MP5. You get those 50 rounds. It doesn't matter. No matter what, you'll be getting a one-shot headshot. And speaking of those, it's 2 shots, 2 kills. And as you'll see, 2 down the Jaeger and the Bandit, and now the roaming Rook will try to contest his opponents. Does have an impact nade to rotate away, but I don't think we'll be seeing that on the hatch anytime soon. He just holds the backside.
Well, Obey has established the top floor control, so now they know that there's still the Rook somewhere around the pool table area, but the rest of the guys are probably at the site or the cool stairs, so they just need to be ready to execute for the site, because this is the moment to do it, and it looks like they're doing just like that, and Skies is almost takes the kill, but loses to PSK1.
A bomb has been located.
Where was the support? There was no one else pushing. It looked like they were pushing, but
they just had an E1D behind them, and that's it. There was nobody moving up with him. It's a bit of an oddity, not too sure what was going on, but Adam will down the Legion in the back and take out Zig. 3 versus 2 as Benji hears him coming in. PSK will get one, but he can't finish off the second one. The Habana still fighting as PSK gets the 3K at the end of the round. And Liquid, oh my god, not a second too soon. They'll get round number 4 and put it on the board, but for all intents and purposes, that was a round for Obey. Again, this is similar to what happened on Oregon, and just because it took like 10 seconds after we saw Skies downed, that anybody from the team actually pushed up for a plant.
Yeah, I feel like Sky said that I'm going in now. He got the Lion from Lion. He has to use it, I'm going in. But the rest weren't ready. They were just rotating from the kitchen window to the kitchen door. So they weren't just there to do the push. So I think that was the biggest mistake of the round, because that allowed PSK to get first Skies and then the 3 more kills. So it was all about the smoke player once again.
All right, so we'll go back into our round here. It's round number 5. This is the last one. We'll see Obey playing on the attack, and they're definitely looking for that 4-1. You're minimum 3 rounds when you're on the attack on Coastline. 4 is what you're really looking for.
Yeah, if you give this round to Liquid, they have a fair chance of taking the whole map, actually quite easily, because attacking is so much easier, and also an attack Ness can really do his business if he gets the support this time. In Oregon, he didn't get it. If this time he gets it, he can do ham.
Now, for a team like Liquid, we mention this every now and then on Pro League broadcasts, you know, the drone economy. There's so many times that you get to an end of a round before you're going for an execute, and you're like, who has a drone? And no one has a drone, and you have to go in blind. That's why, you know, we mention it so often, because that's the thing that, one of the things that sets Rainbow Six apart from any other game, is that you have the ability to scout out and scope out a site before executing on it. And when you're going in blind, defenders have an absolutely insane advantage over you, because they have to hold just a few angles. But once you have the information, once you drone them out, it's very easy to pick them off one by one just by communicating. And this goes for professional play as it does for your ranked or casual games as well. Communication and information is pretty much half the game just there.
So here we see Liquid setting up for the blue bar, pink bar defense. They have pretty heavy bottom floor control, and it seems like there's only one player playing above in the pool table area. But not even there, actually. Oh, no, he's there. Never mind. So it's usually all about taking the top floor control again when the enemy team is on the bottom floor. So you want to take the aquarium, you want to take the pool table, the hookah area, and then open the hookah hatch to the pink bar. And once you have all that established, you can actually push to the pink bar. We rarely see teams planting in the blue bar, because it's so easily to get killed there from the garden area in the middle. But that's actually a good grenade to do, because there's many times people playing on the cool stairs, so that's just a tactical nade to try to get the kill to the blue cool stairs.
Yeah, that's cool vibe stairs there. It's at least there's usually barbed wire on there, so that's something you get to clear out. Not too sure if that was set up this time around, but Zig's scouting things out. Oh, there we go. Yatsik will actually take us here, and there was nothing there, so thank you very much, Yatsik. But yeah, the grenade ended up doing nothing, really. Sexy Cake again on the P90. E1D will get used. This will ease Obey into the exterior. This bullet will get one, but it'll get instantly taken out by Bosco. That's the buck now taken out. And Sky's been playing so well for the team. Adam takes one more as my man will come in from the side. And it's Adam that got the kill right before him. Benji comes into a goo mine in contact with that. Snesk's trying to play from below, and Bullet actually finishing off Bosco with a goo mine. And PSK with one more on my man. What is going on here? Liquid able to put players in one by one, but Adam is ready to turn it to a 2v2. Now, with a minute left, there is a ton of time for Obey to set things up, and they still have EMPs. They have drones as well.
Yeah, it looked so good from Obey. They took the top floor control, so coordinated. They did the push towards the guy playing on the bar with two people, one coming from the bull and one from the cool wipe stairs or hookah door. I'm not sure where he came, but they played as a team. There was one guy droning, two guys pushing, and they got the kills at the top floor control. Too bad there was the Vigil roaming from the luggage studio area all the way to Aquarium and getting the refrags, but still nice to taking control.
Now Obey pushing in from one angle, nobody pushing in from the window though. As Nesk has the shotgun up to kind of get the information from Zig in the back as he's still alive. They need to put that diffuser down on the floor, but Adam will try to go for the kill here. And up close, Zig will get the kill. Adam will go down. Unfortunately, because there was no time, you either go for the kill or stick to the diffuser. They know that they're facing against an Echo. There's no reason for them to go for the plant. Unfortunately, the Bearing 9, that higher rate of fire up close, won it out for the Echo.
It's really smart play from both, actually, Adam and Zig, because that was the round to kill, take that. If you get the 4 on the attack, you were in a good spot. Now it's 3-2, so Liquid actually have a really good chance of winning the whole map. So yeah, Liquid really needed that round.
Yeah, and this is a tactical pause here, so I'll remind you that each team does have this. There you go. I'm already seeing the post like, you should wear a t-shirt with predictable on it. So that is the word of the day, as we mentioned. You can add that to the drinking game. Did you see the drinking game for Paris Major?
You can send me the t-shirt to En's office address with my name on it if someone wants to donate a t-shirt like that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm a big guy, so it's X and L the size.
Yeah, he's a thick boy. It's
no, we talked about it today.
Yes, we talked about it in the morning.
It's not thick. Thick is fat. It's cheating yourself. Fat
Exactly.
is the right word. I'm fat.
It's good. It's good. You know, you're honest with yourself. Is the same thing for me. So yeah, do something about it or not. That's your choice, right?
It's not easy to be lean and playing a lot because you're sitting so much.
You gotta shake it.
And food is so tasty, and you know how it goes.
Yeah, I know exactly how it goes, actually. We're not too far off, my friend. But we'll head into round number 6 here, as, of course, Team Liquid now are in the attack. Now, they did manage to get 2 rounds on the defense. So this bodes well for Team Liquid going on the attack. But as you mentioned, it all relies on Nesk being droned in. We highlighted this so many times. Latin America, and especially Team Liquid's biggest strength, is having 2-3 drones in front of Nesk every single time he's moving forward for a kill. When we checked Oregon, he had none in front of him.
None, and he was droning for himself. You have Nesk that has the most kills in all Pro League to himself. So why don't you support that? He can do it if you support him. His KD at the moment from Pro League LATAM is 2.16. That's
all
the
right.
best overall in the whole Pro League at the moment. So yeah, you might want to support that player.
Yeah, that's a very good point. That's why you're hired. This guy is setting up here. You see some reinforcements that were set upstairs by the by Hookah to hold off from the pool table. So you're expecting some sort of roam playing inside of Aquarium, inside of Hookah. It's definitely a strong position to be in, as Cool Vibe Stairs is an important position to hold, or at least have some sort of control over when you're defending either kitchen and or the bars. It's a big rotation position.
Yeah, so kitchen, it's all about the top floor again. It seems like Obey is actually giving it pretty much free. There's one guy roaming around the top floor, but all the rest of the guys are playing downstairs. So Liquid will establish top floor control quite fast if they just drone it out that there's no one there. And once they have that, they can actually start their push downstairs. The one thing they're missing, I would say, is Sledge or Buck to actually open up the floor completely. They do have the Twitch, but even the Twitch doesn't have breaching charges. He has Claymore. For some reason, you can get Claymore to the lineup from Sophia. So why use it for Twitch? Because Sophia has the breach launcher. You don't need to have the breaching charges for Sophia, and you really rarely see it. Breaching charges for Sophia.
It's played here and there.
It's usually Claymore.
Yeah.
So when you take out the Twitch, you can have the breaching charges in case your Sophia or Ash dies. You have something to destroy those floors or doors or
whatever, really.
Whatever, pretty much.
Castle barricades, everything, really. But that's why you really only need one Claymore just to set up behind you, and runouts are not that common on here, especially when you're facing against Obey Alliance. And a lot of teams don't really even use those Claymores, but there you go. Adam will get kill number one. He's just empties the mag into one and into the second one. So that's two for him. Sexy Cake finally cleaning up one and then the two, but Sky's on the Ella. Trade one off. Nesk, again, this is a flurry of kills. It's all going so fast as my man will get the last two on the Legion T5. Take down Team Liquid. That was a very effective defense from Obey.
Really nice defense from Obey. Liquid didn't, like I said, they missed the tools. They got the top floor control, but they didn't have the tools to use that.
They had pantry control.
Yeah.
They went in and there was nobody there. The Zofia was just sitting there and contesting. Where's the diffuser?
Yep.
Where's the plant? It's a much easier position to hold. You have a hallway and, well, really two hallways to hold. That's it.
Yeah. And also you had Nesk doing the flank hold. He was on the kitchen window holding the rotations from the kitchen door. I think you want to have Nesk to be the guy, the spearhead of your team, to explode on the side, because he can do it. He can just run in with the 3-speed Ash, go in, get the kills, cover the planter, get the plant down, have someone else doing the flank hold.
Is this how it goes down? Nesk on the Sledge this time for the 6th pick. So we'll see. This is a very different playstyle than what he usually plays, but still, Team Liquid going for double hard breacher as well. This time, again, foregoing the Ash, going for the Sledge. Still, Bullet bringing the Twitch.
It's just, like when you needed the Sledge, you had Ash, and now that you actually need Ash more than Sledge, you have the Sledge. It's just, I'm starting to get the feel that they are tilted pretty hard, because they are making, in my opinion, bad decisions at the moment. But let's see how it goes. He might have a plan that I don't know what he's going to do.
5 seconds left.
Yeah, and if he doesn't do exactly what you're saying, then we have to reconsider some things, right? Because that's how it works. But Zig, of course, on the Lion. It's pretty much a staple operator whenever Lion isn't banned, that Zig will pretty much be on this op. But just opening up the main doorway, won't find anything just yet. Is just trying to take down the camera. Default cam is back. There you go. Opening up the main window upstairs as well. It's a push into the penthouse. It's usually a lot easier for the attackers to go through. We saw a lot of buck play from Obey Alliance, but Latin America and Team Liquid especially, they're not really too hot on the buck play.
It feels like it's mostly NA and EU that plays buck. In NA, it's the most famous buck must be BC from EG. And in EU, there's a lot of buck players, and I think so far this season, Leon Kitts has been the best in EU.
Yeah, 100%. He's been fairly consistent on maps like Coastline and Oregon, especially actually the two maps that we've had so far in this first series of the day.
Although the Coastline makes sense, but the Oregon is like so weird. Why you have buck in that? Because you don't really have much to do with it. But
it allows them to push from small tower into meeting and then get grenades to play with. It's mostly for the grenades.
Sledge.
Yeah, but somehow it just works out fine with it. Not a lot of people will prefer the C8 recoil over the L85 Obviously, it's completely different.
More SMG-11 because you usually play with the SMG-11.
Yeah, so I don't know. It works. It's a genius. What can I say?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of brains that need to be tickled here for Team Liquid to bring this one back. There's a minute 12. It's odd to see Team Liquid with a lot of silence on their side. Like no real action early on. Obey kind of putting them
is
on
already down by the gas canister, and there you get guessed. Bosco gets a kill.
It's not a great position to be in. You lose Nesk, you lose Sledge, you lose grenades. So, and that's the SMG-11, as you mentioned.
This was what the Fnatic did back in the days at the Invitational. They always went to kill the Nesk, and then it was pretty much over for Liquid at that point.
Just Zig rattling in with his LMG in the V308. Gets a lot of damage done on a man, and there you go. Bosco taken down. It's a big operator to lose here, so that's the smoke. And you're setting up for an attack onto the penthouse, and they're trying to bait out that evil eye to take it out, and they will disable it for just a bit. Sky's rotating in from below. He does have a C4 nitro cell in hand. He instantly spots the leg, and he does. They try to set up the C4, and it does not connect. Unfortunately, his opponents have kind of played the mind games and go for the standard plant in the back. PSK with one onto my man. So 3 versus 4s. Benji unable to use the Yokai to his advantage in here. Adam not being flashed, the Sexy Cake will get one. Now the last 2 players are in the theater, and this is what we were mentioning before. Oh, Skies, nicely done here. The hipfire kill through the wall, but it doesn't really matter much. So he'll have to face again 3 players, not much time left from Team Liquid. But this is why you always get an echo when you have the opportunity to. On Penthouse especially, and this is why you're looking more to deny the plant. That's exactly what we were explaining before. The instant that plant goes down and there's a man advantage, especially for the attackers,
There was
your chances of retaking are so low.
Obi played it well. They got the first entry kill with smoke canisters to Nesk. Then they killed with the SMG-11 to finish him off, but he was down by the smoke canister. But they did exactly what you're not supposed to do in the penthouse. You let the enemy team to execute to the master bedroom, and you're sitting at the A bomb site where you only have line of sight to the bathroom door and the guitar hallway door, but you cannot see the guys at the big window. You cannot see the guys at the master bedroom wall. You're stuck in that really small room with 3 people. I think at the time you get the Nest kill, that's the situation where you need to check the big window with the echo drone that you have. Just check if there is people in the bathroom, is there people at the big window. If there's none, rotate. Go, take the big window, take the toilet, just have a guy there so you actually have some kind of pressure for the guys coming from the guitar or the VIP to the master bedroom. You need to have guys somewhere else than in that small room on the A-bomb side. So we're going to see the same site played again. Hopefully this time Obey will actually fight for that side and not just let Liquid do what they want, because it's pretty much the same thing is going to happen if that's the case. This time they are going to bring out the Pulse to play from the below. Last time Skies played Bandit from the below, so this time he will have more information to throw out the C4 to the ceiling, because last time he missed it with the Bandit.
And not only that, it's to add to the effectiveness, because on the Bandit they were able to spot where the attackers were coming from and if they had relocated to set up to another position for a plant. So it's all part of the plan here for Obey Alliance, and when we saw Skies playing the Pulse on Oregon, and really it's a staple operator for him as well. He's been doing a decent chunk of damage. So there's a couple of reinforcements here behind him to protect his back from any push from the lobby, as they know that Team Liquid usually will run the line, and that is the case, but also to make sure that Nest cannot find easy angles on him.
So here we have pretty much the same thing going on as last time. Liquid is checking out the VIP area, the guitar hallway, toilet, and securing the map control slowly. They are burning a bit of time here because 1 minute has already passed and they still haven't entered the building at all. But this time you actually need to also, not this time, every time you also need to check the dining, toilet and freezer if there is anyone playing there, because like now there is 2 guys playing there with C4s. Actually, Map1 doesn't have C4, but Pulse does. So you need to get the information if there is a Pulse playing there or a Valkyrie or something. Valkyrie's banned, but this time it's Pulse. But you just need to have the information.
This guy's trying to spot drones that are set up outside.
He's trying to spot the Claymore because there's the lasers.
Is there one that is already set up? I can't see it. Maybe I'm blind.
There's lasers.
Oh no, Zig will take him. I am blind actually. And there you go. Zig will get the kill back. Sexy K gets another one playing on the main window. And Nest can't find the angle there. It's a 3v5 now. Advantage for Team Liquid in the map power. And Nest is continuing drone from the penthouse. He spots smoke. He spots another player in the back. They know that the defenders are boxed in, so now Nest will try to really hold them in the back for as long as possible. Bosco, though, getting a kill on Nesk. It's now the diffuser still in the hands of PSK, but they drop it on the floor. Sexy Cake with one. And there you go. Bullet comes in from the side. They tie it up. Team Liquid might have had a slow start, but they're definitely not down just yet. They tie it 4-4. And Obey really needed that round to put themselves on match point. That way they can at least dictate the pace of the game and force an overtime against Team Liquid. Now, the winner of this round might really put themselves fairly ahead of their opponent.
This is what we talked about. The attacking this map is so much easier than in many other maps. So, getting the 3 rounds from the... Actually, it was 4 rounds, right?
It was a total of 3 rounds for Obey on the attack.
Because of
2 for Team.
Lots for Cheek with the Echo. Yes. So, this is it. You got 2 rounds from the defense. Now you need to win the attacks. You need 3 to tie it, and you need 4 to win it. So it's doable for Liquid, and it's 4-4 already.
Skies is gonna pull out the more aggressive playstyle now, opting for the Vigil instead of more of the staple that we've seen him on, the Pulse or even the Bandit before, and the Bulletproof camera is going to be set up. Usually you'll see a Bulletproof camera brought out once the Mira is banned, but because there's a Zofia on the other side, you can kind of deal with it fairly easily.
Well, in the last round, they brought more aggression, but it was on the wrong place, because when you are at the penthouse, you need to have the aggressive play upstairs and the more passive play downstairs, because Skies was checking the freezer door to the outside with Pulse. You're playing the one guy downstairs with the C4 and with the tools to give all the information to your team, where the push is coming on, what they are doing, how many are where, and you are the one going for the push out or run out, or at least tempting to go for the run out and trying to kill the Claymore, and you get killed. That's just misplayed. You need to be more passive on the freezer area with the Pulse.
I'll see Goo Mines being set up by my man upstairs. As you mentioned, it's all about the vertical play. You take control of the top floor, you have some players running around it, and that's exactly what Skies is doing, but also has my man to hold the cool vibe stairs. It's a big part of the defense and also for the attackers. If they want to have an easier way to come down onto the site, then they will have to deal with that set of stairs. Jig's just opening up the pantry door and just going in for a very safe drone. Bullet moving in with the Twitch, scouting things out. He has the how do you say, the overlay on his drone, so he knows that there's a Vigil somewhere, but obviously can't spot him with the ERC being activated.
But that's the mind games with Vigil that you can do, because the enemy team cannot tell if you're downstairs or upstairs. So you can just run around and mind game your opponents that Vigil is here, but actually he might be downstairs, or he might be upstairs. You never know where he is. So that's true mind games that you can do with the Vigil. It's not as easy as it used to be with the longer ability usage that you were able to do with the longer cooldown. Now it's shorter cooldown and less time to use the ability. So eventually, after 12 seconds, you have the chance of spotting the Vigil.
Yeah, before it was double that. I think it was between 24 and 30 seconds, and you had a 12-second cooldown on the ERC. But there you go. First kill is Nesk, and that's exactly what Obey usually need to put themselves ahead in the round. It's now the spearhead for the attacks, as you put it. It's taken out. That's grenades off the board, it's Nesk off the board, and that's SMG-11 plus that hammer.
Yeah, they had the plan. They took the top control again, and they had Nesk sleds that floor to make some holes towards the kitchen. So they did the right thing. Too bad Nesk died for it, but they have the top floor control. They have the holes now, so they don't have time, or they don't have the operator do the holes now for the freezer. So they need to push for the dining kitchen at the moment. And Bosco takes bullet out with a nice shot from the SLG-11 now.
Yeah, just playing off the back in the kitchen. Adam has the perfect line of sight that he needs in the back of the server's entrance. As it comes in, but Benji on the floor, ready to hit the shot and even corrects himself to get the final headshot. Adam looking right on in as Liquid has no time. They have to run onto the site, and Sexy Cake's on the floor. Gets taken out by Benji. Obey on map and match point. Remember, they won map 1, impressively enough. And now they are 1 round away from taking it 2-0 against the reigning Pro League champions.
Yeah, they won that side last time, they won it again, so that's really working for them, the kitchen. But now the problem is again that they either need to go for the penthouse or the pink bar, blue bar, or the hookah pool table area, and those haven't been working for them. So especially the penthouse, so I would avoid that. Just don't go there. Try the pink bar, blue bar. A hookah pool can be a real issue, but yeah, it looks like they're still going for the penthouse. I highly dislike this pick because it clearly is not their strong side for them. Just try something else. If something isn't working, just try another side.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah, you can throw the wrench to the gears to just offset the enemy as well, because they know that you're in the penthouse quite often and it's not working.
All right, this is a tactical pause called by Team Liquid. So they need this. If they lose this round again, they're out. They need overtime to try and play there in a best of 3. And you can tell Sexy Cake at least doesn't look too happy with what's going on currently. And you, as much as more than anyone else, really knows what happens with the team during timeouts like this. You can tell if
it's good that we have the timeouts now. Yeah. Earlier, we didn't have them, so
Six Invitational,
you're starting to get that panic effect that, oh no, we are losing to this team. This was supposed to be walkover for us. But that comes down to the thing that we talked like before the match even started, that don't underestimate your opponents ever. You need to respect every single opponent you play against, because otherwise they will slap you. And
right now, Obey, you're definitely delivering those slaps. They've got gloves off at this point. Yeah, they're smacking. But they are on the theater and on the penthouse.
There is the gif, you know, the guy that slaps everyone.
It's like a Batman and Robin thing as well.
From the prison, all the police. And
yeah. It's an oldie, old but gold, right? That's what they say. But Obey Alliance are, of course, playing in the penthouse, which you were mentioning is not a great side. We also ran very deeply into why it's not a great position to play in, especially with the way that they play. They played it twice before, they lost it out, and now they get to go for it again instead of going for the bars. Blue and Sunrise have definitely been in a strong position to play in.
Okay, that's weird, Evil Eye. They made holes to the kitchen all the way. They took down the kitchen wall with the Maestro revolver. They put the Evil Eye onto the garden to watch the kitchen area. So that's there to give information that someone is pushing there, or someone is pushing to the garden, or dropping down from the hatch. But you're playing penthouse. What do you get from that information?
I actually don't know. If you were playing Sunrise, if you're playing kitchen, makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially if playing blue, this sort of defense. But I honestly don't know.
Because I think it's more important to have them Evil Eyes to either give him information about VIP, deny the opening of VIP, or deny the opening of the A wall. Well, Liquid is not pushing to the A wall, so you don't need to put it there. You can put one to the VIP, one to the side, or two to the side, so you actually have information where the plant is going on. Is there a guy in the big window? Is there a guy in the toilet? I highly disagree with that Evil Eye.
Now, for people that are watching right now, You see that shield that is up on the bed. There's a reason why it was there. It's basically to make things a lot more complicated for the attackers if they try to rush to plant on the bed. But that's usually the first thing that you'll see taken out. Either Zofia or an Ashe will go for it, and really relying on ADSs to save you there. But can burn it pretty easily, and then Nesk will pop in, spot the player, the Bandit Benji, playing on the side. There's no Echo here for Obey Alliance, so they will have to contest up close, and Zig will win out the very first battle in this round.
A nice kill from Zig there. Nesk is tempting. He's so tempting to go for the bandit kill because they know where he is. They just don't have the tools to grenade him out from that position because there's no sledge on this play. They only have guns to shoot him or Sophia's to stun him. Nesk would have already gone if it wouldn't be Bosco with the smoke there, because Bosco is holding off Nesk at the moment. That's the only thing keeping Benji alive.
Damage has been done as well. Benji, there we go. Finally, he's going to get killed by Bosco. Unfortunate there with the gas.
So he was keeping him alive, but then he decided to gas him. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, you are no use to me now. But Bosco will at least get some damage done into the back. As Skies and Adam will get a kill each. Skies getting tagged from the side. He runs back, but they spotted the diffuser. And Adam finds the headshot on the bullet. 2 alive from Team Liquid. Zig and Sexy Cake, their tournament life is on play here. Sexy Cake will reveal his position as Skies gets one, but it turns into 1v1. Zig versus Skies, the 2 leaders of the team here, as Skies is set in the VIP lounge. Zig has little time. He needs to stick to this diffuser here, as Skies should be able to hear him in the meantime. Skies running in from the side, goes in. No, there we go. He does not go for the knife. Thankfully for him, means he'll get the kill on Zig. And Obey Alliance at the Paris Major in the groups survived by taking down, literally, the Pro League champions of Season 7, Team Liquid. This is the big upset.
This is the first upset and huge upset of the tournament. And like we said before, respect for your opponents or they will slap you to the wrist. And that happened. Look at that cool pose from the Skies with a pulse.
13 kills for Skies in that game. That was pretty impressive.
And the shield was really nice because that denies the enemy team to jump to the bed. So they actually need to be on the whole on the floor,
yeah,
do the plant, so you get the C4 kills to the floor.
From below.
Yeah, from below, because you cannot really toss it to the bed, or you can, but it's harder. So it's just there to force the enemy team to do something. He didn't actually get the kill in that round because he used it to VIP to get the kill before he even opened the wall. He tried to open the wall and he got the kill.
It's pretty darn impressive play from Obey Alliance. We'll take a look at some of those here in our highlights. So we're going to bring them up on the screen. And honestly, I am flabbergasted. I am surprised. I am mute at this point at what has just happened. The destruction of Team Liquid at the hand of North America here, our USA American team from Obey Alliance. And Sky is definitely the big highlight. Adam has played an excellent Maestro as well, especially on the defense. They just had no problems. The instant they found Nesk, it was downhill from there.
Yeah, it like I said, this team, Liquid, they live or die by Nesk. This time, I don't think he got the support that he needs to play his game. I don't want to take anything off from Obey. They played amazingly, but Liquid wasn't playing as a team.
And that's definitely the big thing here. You're not going to play at the highest level of Siege if you don't play as a team. And there is Skies with the spray through the top half. And Adam there, the fact that he got that kill on Bullet meant that Zig was forced to go into the site and play against him. And there I was afraid that Skies will go for the knife immediately.